Well, hello. Happy Memorial Day. Today we're going to do some question, guys. I hope you're ready. Do you know the origin of Memorial Day? Do you know who started that? I did not know. I just found out today. Oh my goodness, I just found out today, guys. Let's talk about it. It says on May 1st, and if you knew the answer, if you already know about this, type it in that you know, okay? It says on May 1st in 1865, thousands of newly freed black people gathered in Charleston, South Carolina for what may have been the nation's first memorial celebration. It says attendees held a parade and put flowers on graves of Union soldiers who had helped liberate them from slavery. I did not know that. Did you know that? I've been celebrating Memorial Day for years. If they taught me in school, I do not remember it. I do not remember being taught that. If you do remember being taught that, or if you knew it already, please, just say, yeah, give me a, I knew it or something. Type that in. Welcome everybody. Happy Memorial Day to you. Today we are just dispelling ignorance. We are doing some questions. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Question number 2. Number 1 was, did you know the origin of Memorial Day? And did you know that it was originated by black people? That was question number 1. Question number 2. What percentage of the total U.S. population is black? If you know the answer, type it in. If you know the answer, type it in. I'm not going to wait. I don't want to be long tonight, so I'm not going to wait for a long time. But if you do know the answer, type it in. Okay? All right, let's go. It says, in 2021, that's the census, 40.1 million people in the U.S., which is 12.1% of the total population of, let me get this right, 331.9 million people. So blacks are the second largest minority population in the U.S., but we are 12.1%. 12.1%. Did you know that? 40.1 million people, 12.1%. Okay? Just some information here. What can we do with this information? We can do a lot if we come together, right? If we come and work together, we can do a lot. Let's do another question. Do you know the economic state of I'm going to say black Americans, because again, I keep saying African Americans, and I got into trouble because somebody said, well, what about the Africans and whatever? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about right here in the U.S. right now. We're changing our narrative right here. So I'm going to make it a point just to say black Americans, okay? So do you know the economic state of black Americans? Now, I need you to know this. The ones of us that have a job, it says the black households, guys, we earn 62 cents on the dollar. Did you know that? We earn 62 cents on the dollar. So that means every dollar that is made by someone that's not black, we only make 62 cents on each dollar. Wow. That changed my mentality. I go to work now, I'm working, I'm really putting it out. I still do all I can do, and I'll give all my best. But I'm like going, you mean to tell me I make 62 cents on the dollar compared to my coworkers that are non-melanated? Wow. We got some catching up to do, right? Okay, let's get another question. And again, if you know the answer to these things, type them in. If not, just hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Because this is some powerful information. And what is my mission on this? Changing the narrative. right now of us changing our narrative. We got to know our own information, and we got to know how to deal with it, okay? We need to know what's happening to us, right? So it's on changing the narrative. All right. So we make 62 cents on the dollar. Now, next question. Which state has the largest black population? Which state? Anybody know the answer? Type it in. If you don't know the answer, I'm going to move on. Which state has the largest black population? The answer is, from research, Texas. Texas, thank you for the likes. Texas has the largest black population. Anybody on here live in Texas? Anywhere in Texas? I'm in New York, I'm not in Texas. You're in Nigeria? All right, welcome. How are you? Okay, so we're talking about blacks in America and answering some questions for us. Here today, we're celebrating the Memorial Day. We're celebrating Memorial Day, where we honor our soldiers that served in the military and they passed on. So we're honoring them today. And what I found out, which I didn't know, my Nigerian friend, is that the day that we're celebrating, it was founded by black people. It was founded by black people. Actually, let me go back and see that again, because that just really was amazing to me. I'll say it again because you just came in. It was founded by black people on May 1st, 1865. 1865. Right there when slaves were freed. It says thousands of newly freed black people gathered in Charleston, South Carolina. That's here in the U.S., okay? And they started a celebration to celebrate being free and to honor the soldiers, the Union soldiers that helped them get liberated from slavery. And so they started doing a parade, and they started putting flowers on their grave and doing all kinds of things. And now here we are, thus today, celebrating Memorial Day. All right. That almost got erased, but we were able to keep it. We got to keep our history. Let's move on. Let's move on. Guys, I like questions. I like learning. I really do. Knowledge, the Bible says, is the beginning of wisdom. And so we need to get knowledge. And then we need to then get wisdom. And wisdom teaches us how to apply the knowledge. But we need to know. And we need to know so we can teach not only ourselves, but our kids. Okay? Let's get another question. So we said Texas has the largest black population. Now, it says, which state and cities have the highest black population? Which state and cities have the highest black population? So, obviously, it's going to be Texas. It's going to be number one. Texas has 3.96 million. 3.96 million. Texas. Okay? Now, Florida, my home state, Florida, has 3.70 million. 3.70 million black population. I didn't know that. That's wild. Okay, now Georgia. Georgia's another home state of mine. I was born in Georgia, raised in Florida. What can I say? I tell people that I'm a Georgia peach, Florida gator. Okay, so Georgia has 3.54 million. 3.54 million black people there, according to the census. Okay. Now New York. I'm in New York State right now. Now New York is number 4 on the list, has 3.53 million blacks. 3.53 million blacks. California, and you would think it had more, really, but California is number 5 on the list right now, and it has 2.83 million. I would be thinking California had more. Anybody on here live in California? Let me know. Correct me on that. Maybe the census is wrong. I don't know about the census. So let's move on to another question. on this Memorial Day. Here's another question. Which U.S. cities have a growing black population? Which U.S. cities have a growing black population? So then, of course, it's going to have to be Fort Worth, Texas. Texas has the most, and then Fort Worth is the growing. They have the growing population, number one. Okay. Number two is Columbus, Georgia. Columbus, Georgia have a growing black population. That means, and I know people that have recently moved to Columbus, Georgia. So Columbus, Georgia. And then we're looking at number three, Ohio. Ohio, okay, have a growing black population. So, wow, you mean to tell me people are moving to Ohio? Now how about Jacksonville, Florida? Jacksonville, Florida has a growing black population. And I know this one for a fact. I know it. Because I have many people that just, family and friends moving there. Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know if there's anybody on here from Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina is booming. And so it has a huge black population and growing. It's something else. All right. Let's look at another question, guys. Let's take number, and again, if you know this, or if not, just hit the like button. Because I know I'm giving out facts, giving out some information. I know you may not have heard this before. As I'm doing my research, I'm learning this. And as a teacher, I feel obligated to share it. I gain no information and keep it to myself. It's not going to do me any good to keep it to myself. I don't want to get all this information, take it to the grave with me. That's no good. I have to share it. That's the gift God gave me. I have to share it. Whether it's coming from the scriptures, whether it's coming about our mental health, whether it's about physical, whether it's about finance, whatever it is that I learn, I have to share it. That's just me. That's what I do. Okay? All right. So, don't hold that against me. All right? Freely I receive it, so freely I give it. Not always freely, too, because when you go to college, you pay for it. But you understand what I'm saying, I hope. Okay, let's get another question. What city has the most black millionaires? What city has the most black millionaires? Wow. So let's see what the census say. Some of you might already know this one. It says, according to a 2015 study by NerdWallet, the Atlanta, Georgia area is home to about 2.1 million black-owned businesses, which is the highest in the nation. So in other words, it's black-owned businesses, and of course, down here you got Tyler Perry there, and so many more. So we're looking at Atlanta, Georgia, as having a bunch of millionaires in there. Wow. All right. I believe that. Atlanta, Georgia is booming. It has always been booming. There's a lot of wealthy people living in Atlanta, Georgia, and in the suburban areas in Atlanta, Georgia. All right. Let's move on. Let's get a few more in here. This is question number 7. What is the best place to live for black Americans? No, not what, where? Where is the best place to live for black Americans? Come on, guys. Somebody type in what you think. Maybe it's your hometown. Not my hometown. Not my hometown. I live in a good home. My hometown is nice. Hi, Cat Silver. My hometown is nice. And happy Memorial Day to you guys. But my hometown is on the list of not being a good place to live. I'm gonna say that to you right now. And that's Rochester, New York. You might have heard about it. It's not on the list. But this one says, where is the best place to live for black Americans? And I only have one city. Believe it or not, it says Atlanta, Georgia. Can you believe it? It says Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I'm sure others are good, and probably where you are great, but the study is showing it's Atlanta, Georgia. So, hey, black folks, There you go. I got a lot of family there. Maybe I should think about going there with them. Okay. Let's get another question. Number 8. Do you know the top 10 cities with the most black Americans? The top 10 cities with the most black people. Huh? Well, here we go. Number 1, it says South Fulton, Georgia. South Fulton, Georgia is 93.26%. South Fulton, Georgia. That's outside of Atlanta. Okay, let's go to Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi is number 2. It has 80.45% black people. That's Jackson, Mississippi. And right beneath it, number 3 is Detroit, Michigan. Now I hear people are moving away. I hear people are getting out of there. But Detroit, Michigan has 80.38% for the last census, the last count. Now we know we had all the manufacturing cars, companies there and making cars and a lot of, businesses. So a lot of black people were there. Times are changing, so folks are shifting. Okay, let's go on. The next one, top 10 cities. So I'm going now to number 4 is Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham, Alabama is 69%, 69.8% black. Birmingham, Alabama. And number 5 is Miami Gardens. Miami Gardens. Got a lot of family in Miami as well. Went to school there, lived there for a while. Miami Gardens is 66.97% black. Miami Gardens. Okay? And that was number 5. We're doing the top 10. Number 6 is Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee is 63.34% black. Memphis, Tennessee. Number 7 is Montgomery. Montgomery, Alabama is 61.91%. I would have thought Montgomery, Alabama would have had more. I really thought there would have been more in Montgomery, Alabama. Number 8 is Baltimore. Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland is 60.42% black. Baltimore, Maryland. Now, number 9 is Augusta, Georgia. Augusta, Georgia is 58.61% black. Augusta, Georgia. Okay? And number 10, guess what that is? Guess who can guess number 10? Shreveport, Louisiana. Shreveport, Louisiana is 57.82% black. Wow. Those were the top 10 most populated cities. Now, all right, let's check the time. Okay, we can do a few more. All right, question number 9. Question number 9. 10 cities where black Americans are more successful. More successful. So now we're going to talk about money. Money we make. Even though we only make 62 cents on the dollar, some people still have a good income, even with that 62 cent, right? So let's see what's happening here with the more successful 10 cities. Are you ready? Here we go. Guys, if you like this information, you appreciate my research, hit the like button. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. Just hit the like button. You know the algorithms. You know how that works. Okay? So I appreciate you. And happy Memorial Day. Thank you. So here we go. 10 cities where black Americans are more successful. Number 1, Virginia Beach. The black household income averages $65,700 $600 in Virginia Beach. Number 2, Grand Prairie, Texas. The household income is $63,000. That's for black households. Aurora, Illinois. Number 3, $65,900. Excuse me. 65,900 is for Aurora, Illinois. Number 4, ate some almonds in there trying to choke me. Okay. Number 4, Pembroke Pines, Florida. Household income, black household income, $61,500. Number 5, Miramar, Florida. I don't know if I've ever heard that. It's probably a new city. Miramar, Florida. The average black income, household income, is $66,300. Number 6 is Charlotte, North Carolina. 41,000. 41,000. 45% home ownership, they said. Okay, so they didn't give me an actual number for the income, but for some reason in Charlotte, they said that there's 41.45% of blacks that own their own home. So that definitely shows wealth, but they didn't give an average income for that. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, Garland, Texas. 60,000 black household income. Now, Durham, North Carolina, they didn't give a income there, but what they did say was 35% have bachelor's degrees. So they're saying that they're very educated. 35% in Durham, North Carolina, have bachelor's degrees. So that means they're getting paid pretty good. All right, number 9, Enterprise, Nevada. Their household income is $58,500. And number 10, Elk Grove, California, $92,000. Guys, we need to go to Elk Grove. Elk Grove is $92,000 for a black household income. What is going on in Elk Grove? Oh my goodness, we need to go to Elk Grove. Woo! That's very close to a 6-figure income for an average of the black household income. Isn't that huge? All right. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be here right until the top of the hour, and then we're gonna call it questions if we have that many questions left. Okay, now we're gonna go to question number 10. What is the blackest country outside of Africa? What is the blackest country outside of Africa? Well, it says here, with a population of 209 million and 54% of them being of African descent, Brazil, Brazil is the largest black nation outside of Africa and the second largest in the world behind, where's my Nigerian friend? He was just in here. I don't know where he went. Well, he was just in here, my Nigerian friend that came in. So it's the second largest in the world behind Nigeria. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Question number 11. What state has the lowest black population? The lowest. Can anybody guess that? Anybody on you can guess what that is? Where that is? That would be Alaska. You probably say, well, that makes sense. Alaska with the lowest black population. Alaska population of 21,898, making up approximately 3% of the state's total population. Now, that's probably because of the military. That's probably because of the military. There's probably not too many blacks moving to Alaska. So with the military, they would be there. Okay? Number 12. What percentage of Canada is black? What percentage of Canada is black? Okay, research says 4.3%. It says the black population could double from 1.5 million in 2021 to more than 3 million in 2041. So they're looking for growth. They're looking for blacks to move to Canada. That's what they're looking for. But at the present, the statistics is showing that it is 4.3% in Canada. Okay, number 13. What percentage, guys, you heard a buzzer? That was somebody hitting my buzzer. I thought it was hitting my doorbell. I'm not expecting anyone, probably the kids playing. Number 13. What percentage of the military is black? What percentage of the military is black? All right. So it says active duty enlisted women, 28.92%. It says active duty enlisted men is 16.94%. That's our military. Wow. Okay. All right. How are we at the top of the hour? We're going to go top of the hour. Hanging there with me? Yep. 10 more minutes. Okay. So let's see how we do. Number 13. What is the oldest black city in America? Wow. What is the oldest black city in America? It is Eatonville, Florida. Eatonville, Florida. That's spelled Eatonville. Okay? It is the oldest black incorporated municipality in the United States. It says incorporated in 1887. It is the first town successfully established by black American freedmen. Did you know that? Did you know that? Eatonville, Florida. Wow. I didn't, but I do now. Okay? Number 15 is our question, and that will be our last question. Number 15. That will be our last question for today. Guys, I want to say thank you for coming in with us. This was educational. I pray you got something out of it. Let's do number 15. What is the black capital of the United States? And the answer is Harlem, New York. In the 1920s and the 1930s, Harlem became a symbol of black America's, of the black American struggle for civil and economic equality in black culture, art, and music. So what is the black capital of the United States? At this moment is considered Harlem, New York. Harlem, New York. Wow. Wow. Thank you, guys. This was so great. This was educational. Let me know if you knew these answers already. Let me know. And then if you did it, and you appreciate my research, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. This is your girl, Queen C, no longer bound. We will see you right here next time. Enjoy your Memorial Day.